This is the Zyllion chair neck massager. This is one of the best gifts my wife and I ever gifted to one another. Why is that? Because it is effective. This thing works. I spent a lot of time researching across websites, different brands, different models. I actually physically went and visited, I went to places like Best Buy, PC Richard, and Bed Bath & Beyond here in the US just to try them out. This is where my research took me, and I could not be happier. The Zyllion machine works. What does that mean? That means other machines are not as strong and are not designed as well. So by strength, I mean this does proper deep tissue. It's called Shiatsu, but it's a deep tissue massage. This is not your typical, just lightweight Swedish massage. This really gets in there, and as part of the design, it also knows where to get into, meaning it hits those spots. I don't know how they figured it out, but they know no matter what size you are. I'm 160 pounds, 5'10". My wife is about just under and much lighter, and works for both of us. It knows the spots. So the design is such that it gets the right spots on your back, and it is very strong. Some people will argue it's too strong, but you can compensate for that by either leaning back into the massage chair or leaning forward a bit. Obviously, lean back, it'll be even stronger. There are basically three functions. There's the Shiatsu, as I described a little bit earlier, a rolling function, as well as a neck function. There's also a function on the seat, and really all that is just a, I call it a massager. It's a vibration. And there's also a heat function, which I don't use. I choose not to. I have no evidence of this, but I'm more afraid that it'll either wear out the fabric or, just cause some kind of more electrical issues, theoretically. I have no evidence of that. I haven't seen any reviews of that, but that's just my own paranoia, whatever. Anyway, the way it works, there are what they call nodes, which are essentially these little balls, and there are two balls on each side. And then in the neck, it's the same thing, two balls here, two balls here. Shiatsu, you can either do full body, in which case it'll just move up and down slowly, finding those right spots. And the way it actually kneads and stuff, it's just effective, it works. Whatever circles, whatever it knows, they designed it well. You can choose to focus on the upper back or the lower back. But the beauty is also that you can do a Spot Shiatsu, which is once you find that place that you need work on, you can stop it right there and then just leave it to go. And it'll just basically work out that knot for you, or knots, plural. The rolling function, those balls will move up and down slowly. You can adjust the width, so if your back is wider or there's just a certain spot, it's surprisingly more effective than you'd think, but certainly that Shiatsu is where the real work is done. And then finally, moving up to the neck, this is one area where if I had to fault the Zyllion, it's the neck portion does not work as well as the back. However, it doesn't, in terms of the neck, it doesn't actually get the top of your neck, but where it really is effective, you can move this neck piece up and down, right here and here, and it's very, very effective for getting your trapezoids, and also like your lower shoulder blades. So for people who hunch over, like myself, in front of a screen all day, and you create those knots and there's just tightness, this will get it right out. It's also, just in general, the whole machine is good for anybody who works out with weights, anybody who exercises in general, people with fibromyalgia or any kind of back troubles. Yeah, just the general couch potato too. For less than $150, this more than pays for itself. I mean, when you talk about a massage, the cheapest you'll find is what, $60 an hour, and going up to $150 an hour at a proper spa. And when I say effective, this replicates or does the same job in terms of, it doesn't feel the same, but it will do the same job in terms of getting knots out and physically working your back as a proper masseuse. And that's what I was looking for. And I found it. It doesn't have a big footprint. I have this strapped in at the moment. I never actually usually do that, but you can move it around if you'd like. It's not that heavy. It's obviously not that thick. You can't use it in a car, but you can pretty much use it on any chair. Some people say they've used it on lazy chairs and stuff. I've found it much more effective to use it on a chair with a stiff back like this. And that's how we have it set up. So listen, if you have any questions, I love talking about this thing. We've put all our guests in your family. Everybody who's tried this has loved it. I love watching their faces. We've ordered it as gifts for 2 different people. We tried to send it over to the UK for my wife, but they could not. They don't sell it there. But I think you'll love it too. If you have any questions, write them in the comments below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you found this at all helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.